What would one of the greatest minds in history say if he could see the world today? Imagine Plato, ancient Greece's most visionary philosopher, stepping into our modern world of social media, political chaos, artificial intelligence, and constant noise. What truths would he speak? What warnings would he give? Today, we explore what Plato might say about today's society, and how his ancient wisdom still echoes with power and clarity in our chaotic times. Plato's most famous allegory was of a dark cave where people sat chained, mistaking shadows on a wall for reality. He believed that most people live trapped in illusion, unaware of the truth beyond their limited view. Now ask yourself, what are our caves today? Social media feeds, 24-hour news cycles, addictive entertainment, all designed to feed us shadows and keep us comfortable in chains. Plato would likely say, "You are still in the cave. Only now, the shadows are more colorful, more convincing, and far more dangerous." He would urge us to seek the real, not what is viral, but what is true, to unplug from the illusions and ask harder questions, to turn toward the light, even if it's blinding at first. Plato held reason above all else. He believed that a just society is ruled by those who think deeply, act wisely, and live virtuously. But look around. Reason is no longer king. Emotion drives politics. Outrage spreads faster than truth. Plato would be alarmed at a world where being loud often matters more than being wise. He would remind us that a society that mocks wisdom will eventually crumble under ignorance. He might say, "The mind must lead or the chaos will." We must revive the role of the philosopher, not in title, but in practice, to think before speaking, to reflect before reacting, to value depth over noise. In Plato's ideal republic, freedom was not about doing whatever one pleases. Freedom, he argued, is found in discipline, order, and harmony of the soul. He believed that true liberty comes not from indulgence, but from inner mastery. What would he say about a culture that celebrates excess, indulgence, and instant gratification? He might warn, "You call yourselves free, yet you are enslaved to desire, distraction, and self-interest." Plato would see a crisis of the soul. He would ask us, are you ruled by your higher self or by your impulses? Plato believed the best rulers are philosopher-kings, wise, selfless leaders who govern with reason and justice. But in today's world, leadership is often about power, image, and popularity. Would Plato recognize any philosopher-kings among our world leaders? Likely not. He would say, if the wise refuse to govern, they leave power to the ambitious and unwise. His challenge: don't wait for someone else to lead with wisdom. Become the philosopher in your own life. Lead yourself. Master your mind. Serve something greater than ego. Plato may have lived over 2,000 years ago, but his voice still matters. He would see our world not as beyond hope, but in urgent need of rediscovered wisdom. He'd call us to leave the cave, to love truth, to discipline the self, to think deeply, and to live nobly. Because for Plato, the health of a society begins with the soul of each person. And in that, his message is clear. The world changes. Human nature doesn't. And wisdom, real, tested, eternal wisdom, remains our only way out.